How's it going, guys? So in this video, we'll be talking about a Scream movie being in space one day, like in the future. Um, so I don't know about like the whole idea, because like I said, Jason X was obviously in space. We know that. We know the Leprechaun was in space. Child's Play, Chucky was in space, and who the hell is gonna tell me that that they're not gonna make a Scream movie in space? One time, in the future. Um, I think it would actually be kind of fucking dumb, if I'm being honest. Have a Scream movie in space. Um, Only if I guess it kind of depends. All right, like if it's done right, I guess, and if it's not corny or nothing, I think it could work. And they could use like the chrome, like the silver, like chrome mask. You know, something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Um, but honestly, they do that. Like I said, it becomes a problem somewhat when films like follow the footsteps of another film. Like let's just say like Jason X, right? Well, Jason went to space. Well, then the Leprechaun after that, he also went to space, and then after that, Chucky went to space. So I'm not sure who went first. I don't know who, like if Leprechaun went first or if it was um Jason that went to space first. I forgot, but regardless, when other films follow the footsteps of Jason X, it becomes a problem. As I said. So it just makes me think: are they gonna do a fucking Halloween movie in space or something next? Like, I have no idea, but I hope not. Um, I definitely don't think it's something that's the fans would really like. I don't think. And the reason why I don't think that is because Jason's probably the only one that could really. Jason's the only one that could really go anywhere, really. I don't think he has to be in one place. But back to the Scream, a movie being in space and all that. I don't think the Scream movie should be in space because, first of all, like I said, if done right, I guess I would be okay with it. Only if it's not corny. Okay, that's the only part that, you know, kind of upsets me, about Jason X, as I said, was that it was a little corny. But I all around liked the movie. I really did. Um, so if they did a Scream movie in space, what's to say, like, in the near future, and they decide to go, take a Scream movie to space, or something like that, and I would say, I would be all for it only if it's not corny. Like, only if they add, they do it right, and they don't do it in a stupid way. Um, that's probably the only way I would really, really, really hate it. If there's a lot of corny moments, like, what to say, some person's head gets chopped off, something like that. You know, Something that happens to where they get stabbed multiple times and they're still alive talking. So, something like that would be retarded. Because if somebody gets stabbed multiple times, you're gonna die from that. I'm sorry. Um, so that's the only problem that I have really ultimately with this idea. Just because, like I said, Jason X did it doesn't really necessarily mean that although horror icons have to do it as well. I consider Ghostface as a horror icon still, even though he could be anybody basically. It could be your close friend, it could be your family member, it could be anybody really. I still consider him to be a horror icon still. But like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I think I'm just gonna give you my idea a little bit, like in terms of like the mask. First of all, the mask could be like silver, like a silver mask. You know how those silver, like chrome masks or whatever that are kind of shiny. I think those kind of masks would actually be kind of cool to have in that sort of film, especially if they're gonna, do that. It would kind of fit the whole, space, atmosphere, you know, um, because it's obviously, the gray and all that, the shiny gray mask and all that shit. Um, but honestly, the question is, will they do it? I have no idea if they will, but if they do, it has to be done right. It has to be done right, and I'm not saying that I would totally hate it or nothing. I'm sure a lot of people would hate it. Um, Actually, I wouldn't really mind it only if it's corny. But if it's corny and they add corny moments into it, then I'm not gonna like it. I think but all around, I just think it's pointless. I don't really know if it's gonna happen or not, but I think it's kind of pointless to do that. Given the fact that Ghostface is played, it's a whodunit film. It's a whodunit, horror film, and I really just don't really see the point of doing that, you know, especially given the fact that he's a real, it's a real human. Um, it's a real human under that mask. So, to me, I don't really necessarily see the point of that, but I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Like, what do you guys think about a Scream movie taking place like on a spaceship or something like that? Kind of like, like Jason X and the Leprechaun and all that, and like Child's Play. Like, what do you guys think about all that? Because I don't know if I would really like it as much, you know. As I said, I like Jason being in space because obviously Jason is a little different. He's a zombie. He's an undead zombie, basically, is what he is. So he could basically go anywhere. So, you could argue with Michael Myers too, but Michael Myers is not a zombie. Maybe he's undead, but maybe he's he can't die or nothing, but he's basically a real human. He's not like Jason, where Jason's a zombie. But like, give me your guys' thoughts about like a Scream movie, because I think the a Scream movie being in space would actually be kind of, I guess, pretty cool. I think the mask, the idea, you know, the gray mask, like I said, that gray chrome mask would be pretty sick, and the shininess of the mask would be pretty damn cool too. Um, Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. With that being said, this is Ghostface Fanatic signing off. Peace.